Hey everyone! Thank you for waiting for me. As I newly navigate YouTube. It was a little bit of a struggle for me to get on here today, but I'm here and I'm happy. Shout out to the one person that was waiting on me to arrive. I'm sorry that I'm late. I was gonna say not very much out of my character, but you know what? I'm not gonna speak that into the universe, especially while Taurus is in Jupiter. Okay, so I'm always on time. Spirit is always on time. That's all that matters. Shout out to the one person that is joining me right now. I hope that you're having an amazing day. All right, so first of all, guys, I wanted to just come to you and just share a couple of updates that are going on in the Botanica. So number one, I wanted to make a package to make sure that I am making the menstrual cycle line affordable for like students. I know when I was having my menstrual issues, I was a student. So, like I couldn't always pay $150 for, the latest and greatest whatever pills or whatever it was. Like I just didn't have that, like in high school and college that wasn't a thing. So I'm going to make a lunar cycle package where it's going to be more affordable and hopefully more accessible to students, younger women, and just all women, anybody who's going through any financial issues, or even if you're not going through any financial issues. It's not even about that. It's just more so about making it accessible to everybody, because nobody should have to be in pain, or nobody should feel like they have no other option except to be in excruciating pain. I don't think that that's fair. So I wanted to let you guys know the one tricky thing that's going to be popping up with the bundle is there are 3 different types of pain oils, and it is due to people's preference. So the one that I first started with, it actually kind of started the Botanica, was the Recover Me CBD oil. So here's that one. I love this one. It's really, really good for... Not my wallpaper falling down. We just gonna ignore that because I've been putting that back up all day long. So we just gonna ignore that when it starts falling. But this CBD oil is very, very good for acute pains. This is what I started out using for my periods. I was using the CBD oil and it works really, really good. I really can't complain. I always recommend this to anybody who is not worried about drug testing or blood testing. Usually, I'll be completely honest, doctors don't really necessarily ask. They might ask if someone is underage. But I'm not sure. That's more than likely something that they wouldn't bring up in a blood test, I'm sure. But let me not speak about that because that's not my profession. So on to the next one. So the next one is actually a THC and CBD oil. This is what I use now because to me it's just a lot better for chronic pains, and I would consider the menstrual cramps that I was experiencing, I would consider that to be chronic pain. People that are experiencing like back issues and your back has been hurting for 10 years, I would consider that chronic back pain. If you have knee issues from a knee surgery, like, your knee might have healed, but there's still some leftover pain, maybe from some scar tissue, that might be considered chronic. If it's been bothering you for years or it's just been an ongoing issue, I would recommend the THC oil over the CBD oil, just because the THC oil to me covers a broader like a broader diameter, or like a broader span of skin area, a broader like it covers more of the area. So for example, when I'm having my menstrual cramps and I use the CBD oil, if I rub it just on my womb area, my abdomen, okay, it'll work. I might have to use it a little bit more often because at the end of the day, the pain is more like deep tissue, muscle, uterine contractions. That's more like chronic when you're getting into stuff like that. So I would recommend the THC oil. But for people who do not rock with you don't rock with hemp leaf, you don't rock with marijuana, I totally understand. A lot of people is for religious reasons, other people is for sobriety, and they feel like that's pushing it. Whatever floats your boat. I recommend, please do not judge me for this label, because this is my personal oil, and as you can see, like, I'll be using it. I'll be using it. So that's why the label looks like this. I mean, at the end of the day, I think it would be a problem if I didn't use my own products, because why would I be trying to sell something that I don't even feel like is worth to use? But yeah, so this is the regular pain relief oil. So the main ingredient in this, I'm just gonna tell you guys, it's called willow bark. So we have tons of willow trees, especially here in Michigan, but specifically the white willow tree, the bark of the white willow tree. The main active ingredient in that is called salicin. And a lot of our foods have salicitates, is what they would call that. I don't want to call it an enzyme, but that active ingredient. A lot of our food has that, like cinnamon and ginger. That's why they say for a stomach ache, you would drink ginger ale, right? I'm trying to think. Also, cayenne pepper is really high in salicitates. So I come on. So yes, the main ingredient in willow bark is salicin. So it's still very, very effective. I would say not as effective as the CBD and the THC oil, because those were specifically made for pain. If you are looking for like really like a decent level of pain relief from the regular pain oil, without having to use the CBD and the THC, then I would recommend heading to the Botanica. I've been thinking about this for a while. I'm going to start selling willow bark by the ounce, because it's such a versatile herb. And I feel like if you are interested in other methods of pain relief, willow bark is absolutely a great choice. You can make it into a tea. I love to make willow bark decoction, so I just boil it for about 20 minutes. I let it, usually don't have to strain anything because it's in a tea bag. Yes, I will boil it in a tea bag because the less cleanup for me. I love it. I love that life. But yeah, so I just boil it for 20 minutes, and I'll drink it. I'll put other herbs in there, maybe if I want to like spice it up like a tea, because it is bark, so it's gonna eventually taste like tree bark water, you know? So I might put sugar in it and a little bit of lemon or lime just to like give it a little pizzazz. Sometimes I'll put it in a cocktail. Don't play with me. Other times, like I said, I'll put it in a tea. I'm also really good for putting my willow water, that's what I call it, my willow water, I'm really good for putting that in my coffee. I'll also put it in my broths for soups when I'm making like stews. Ooh, don't let me be making a vegetable soup, because the tomato broth is going to be accompanied by the most legendary willow bark decoction you've ever seen. Okay, and you're not even gonna taste it. So willow bark is just very versatile. Also, as far as taking herbal baths, so I've noticed that uterine contractions are a lot less likely to flare up when you take herbal baths. And I think that's just because sitting in water, that we always used to say, like, if you get in the pool, you won't bleed. I don't know if anybody else used to say that, but when I was a kid, I used to hear that all the time, like, oh, well, if you get in the pool, you won't bleed, or it'll stop your menstrual cycle. And that is partially true. It's something about the water that does like contradict with the bleeding. However, if you are on your period and you're getting those uterine contractions, you might be experiencing more of like clotting within the water. So it won't be like free bleeding, but you might experience clotting, and with that comes the cramping. So I always recommend using a nice amount of a willow bark decoction. Just pour it in a bathtub, even if it's just like a half a cup. Pour it in the bathtub and go ahead and take yourself a little soak, and I promise you it's going to work wonders. Okay, so that is I'm not gonna run my mouth about that, but I did want to just talk about some updates in the Botanica, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited to come out with that with the new Luna line, because it's just exciting. It's exciting to make pain relief and to make healing affordable and accessible to the people that need it. Like, come on now. This is so family here. I love you guys. So real quick, I already got messages jumping out. I wanted to pop in and talk to you guys today about a lot of this energy that I've been noticing. A lot having to do with justice and karma. And I was wondering, like, what in the world? Justice gives me Libra. Like, justice is giving me, like, it wasn't giving me Gemini. But then I had to think, who better to show you your karmic pattern than your motherfucking twin? Don't play with Gemini. 10 on the clock. And I know y'all hear my thing falling. That's the towers falling. That's the towers crumpling, okay? Yeah, I wanted to talk about this justice energy. We were talking about last time how Mars and Lilith was in Mars, Gemini was also in Mars, and we were dealing with a lot of like self-doubt. We were going through a dark night of the soul. Some of us still may be in the dark night of the soul. Hopefully we have been working through our dark night of the soul to see that all of these experiences, all of these lessons, all of these people, all of the people that have been putting the pressure on us, or the people that have been revealing the pressure that we have been pushing underneath the rug, revealing that to us, those things are coming to the light. Who better to show you than a twin? That's that mirror energy. That's big karma and that's big judgment. And the reason why I keep bringing it back to us and mirror is because I really feel like the biggest illusion at this time is to think that you ain't got no judgment coming to you if you sitting around worried about everybody else. That's not to say that everybody else is right. Or that's not to say that people don't do things that are, wrong, or that are deserving of judgment, or things that are just like straight up spiteful. Like, why the fuck would you do that? Like, that's not to say that people aren't like that. They very much are, and they can be, but at the same time, they're doing that in your vicinity because they are a reflection of you, and some part of you that you are ignoring, or some part of you that you are still actively healing. And if you're ignoring it, then you know exactly why the fuck is coming up, because the universe is not going to let you move on without addressing it. And if you are actively working on it and you're feeling like, damn, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? I've been doing all of this work. I'm confused on why this is still popping up. I thought I handled this already. Like, I thought we just went through this. I just went to the forest. I just went to the lake. I just went and cried at the graveyard. So what's the deal? And it's because the universe is asking you, are you sure? Are you sure? Yeah, I know you said that's what you wanted, but are you sure? Ooh. And while I'm saying, are you sure? You cannot make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. And the towers are motherfucking crumbling. Why? Because we're no longer looking at that shit with rose-colored glasses. We're looking at it for what it is. We're looking at it for exactly what it is. Let's pray. Thank you, God. Thank you to our audience. Thank you to Olodumare. Of course, we got to reverence God in my mother tongue. I know it's not for everybody, but my mother tongue. Olodumare, thank you so much for the messages that you continue to reveal to me and to the collective at this time. Thank you for our benevolent ancestors. Thank you for the bloodline, the hard work that you guys put in so that we can be free. May we never forget. May we never forget the hard work that was put in so that we can even know what freedom is. Thank you for the blessings. Thank you for the lessons, for they all lead us to our path, to our highest good. So already I'm seeing that, yes, this stuff has been going on. You know, I'm saying this stuff. Let me look at these cards so I can see what this stuff is real quick. Because a lot did pop out. All right, so you are standing tall in your truth. This is all about us finally getting to the point where we have that mental stability that we've been waiting for. And it's like, it's not even that we've been waiting for it, because we haven't been waiting. We've been working. This is work, baby. This is hard soul work. First of all, congratulations, because I feel like you need a hand clap. I just feel it in the ethers. Like, I feel like you need a hand clap, because I know you've been in this Nine of Swords. I know you've been in this Nine of Swords. That is, it's the mental battle between who you feel like you, or it's the mental battle between your emotions and what your emotions are telling you that you need to do and how you need to respond, and your higher self and what you know you need to be doing and how you know you should respond. But the problem is that shit don't have nothing to do with that. The secrets was revealed. That shit don't have nothing to do with them, fam. Nothing. It has everything to do with you. It has everything to do with you. This is justice for the heart. This is justice for anger. This is justice for grief. This is justice for pain and bereavement. This is justice for all of the self-doubt, all of the cyclical. I don't know what that means. Cyclical. All of the cyclical. Let me look that up. Sometimes, guys, my claircognizance just kicks in, and I get these words and I have no idea what it means, but I just feel like I should say it. So let me look up what is cyclical. I don't even know how to spell that. Cycle, occurring in cycles. Wow. I don't even remember what I was really talking about. Yes, I'm on my bouncy ball, guys. Don't judge me. Cyclical. So this is sick. Wow. Let me just refocus. This is justice for the heart, because for a long time we have been going through these cycles of you feeling good and it's like, oh yes, I'm finally where I thought I was gonna be. Boom. Yes, you doing good, you moving in a new space, or it feels new, until something pops up and you like, fuck. This looks exactly like that. But at least now we're able to make that discernment, because there were times where we were stuck in that archaic cycle and we couldn't see that it was a cycle. We thought that we were being attacked. We was like, God hates me. The universe hates me. I need to lock my heart up. Lock it away. Lock and key. We was trying to lock up the heart and throw away the key forever. That's this crossroads right here. This is where we were at, because we felt stuck in that energy of not being able to move past this heartbreak. This is grief, hurt, heartbreak. With this, the ace of knives upside down with the nine of knives upright is telling me it's hard to see where the new beginning is at, bitch. Because every time I think it's a new beginning, bitch, shit start looking very fucking similar. That's exactly what I just heard. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm from Detroit. So sometimes the Detroit is just gonna pop out. I had to come to grips with that about myself as a reader. I'm not like the other readers. Sometimes the Detroit is gonna pop out, and that's cool. I'm not going to put myself in the 9 of swords about that. Yes, especially with this 5 of baskets. 5 of baskets and a 4 of coins. So this is also heartbreak from people that you care about, loved ones, family members, friends, and you don't feel like they believe in you. You don't feel supported. You don't feel truly supported. You might know that they love you, but this is where, is love enough? I don't know. I always said it's not. No, I'm not Ola Dumare. But I always said love is not enough. Because if all you got for me is love, yeah. Ancestor said, she right. 7 of coins. It's like wasting your pearls to the pigs. This lady is picking up her pearls after the swine is walking away in a field of money. So you really don't even have to worry about this. Heartbreak is cyclical. This is devil fucking energy. Trying to throw you this illusion of something that's not even fucking real. The 7 of wands, something that's not even fucking real, is mental. It's in our heads. That's what it is. And the purpose is to keep us in this energy to where we feel like we don't have enough. So the 4 of coins, I'm feeling like, yes, they're trying to hold us back in our career, but it's more of, we are currently working on expanding. We're currently working on expanding our idea of what is abundance, right? So they are, sorry guys, I got hit with another message. We're working on our idea of what is abundance. This is the energy of being able to see that you are already so abundant. And you really don't need nothing. Like this 5 of baskets is, it's like, yes, you might have a lot of people that don't support you. You also have a lot of people that do support you. That is what's going to float your boat. The people that are supporting you. That is what's going to help you cultivate that new idea of abundance, because now you aren't looking at the knots and the things that you're not focused on the negative. You're not focused on the devil energy, that shit that is not even aligned with you. You're not even on that timeline no more. Notice the people that you've been talking to less. You're not on that timeline anymore. Y'all are set. The universe is bringing separation for a reason. And it's bringing in separation so that it can bring us into union with people that's going to give us this fucking 3 of coins. Right? So we are getting comfortable in our abundance of what we have now so that the universe can say, oh, you sure is. You sure is. Let's up it times 10. Let's bring in somebody that can up this times 10. I feel like somebody is like, you have eyes on you. And I don't think you realize that. I don't think you realize you have eyes on you. And it's not just your ancestors. Even though your ancestors are here, they're supporting this. They're supporting this. They're getting people to look at you. Okay, and that brings in the good and the bad, the polarities of both. When you're being seen, it brings in the energy of kind of everything, like you get the people that want to see you because they really support you, and they fuck with you, they like what you're doing, they like your message, and they resonate, they're your soul family. You get those people, and then you get the opposite end. You get the complete opposite. The people that are only looking because they want to see you stutter or stumble, or the people that are, I'm not going to focus on them, because that's exactly what we were just talking about. This Jupiter and Taurus, that's not what we're focused on. Honey, Hanai, who used to say that? Hanai, let me stop before I get copyrighted. and protect yourself. So the biggest thing that I could say that has been that has been working for me right now has definitely been just praying, honestly. And if prayer doesn't float your boat, singing or chanting or mantras or poetry or writing or something, but you have to give yourself some kind, you have to to me it's the stimulation of the vagus nerve. Like the singing, the chanting, the humming, the mantras, that type of work is almost like when I sing, say, chant these words, these mantras, every single cell in my body works together to believe that shit. I'm so serious. It actually makes no sense. It actually does. There are so many, quantum entanglement makes less sense. The fact that an atom somewhere way, way, way out in space can hear my words and resonate with it and align with me, that makes a lot less sense than this body that I'm in and that I low-key, high-key have control over aligning with me. That's what this is about. This is about alignment of the heart and the soul. I honestly, truly feel like that. And your soul knows exactly what's good for you. This just came into me. You should, like, some of you guys, you should try channeling from your soul. Like, just try talking, have a conversation with your soul or from your soul. Like, if you aren't comfortable having a conversation or talking from your soul, as in just like straight letting your soul talk, if that seems uncomfortable to you, then I would say maybe take a notebook and write down a question that you would want to ask your soul. Okay, now take a couple minutes and go into a meditation. If you want to, I will link down below the 2-minute river meditation. Is really, really good, guys. I actually love that meditation. Like, when I tell you I use it all the time, I'm probably a lot of the views and I don't even care because it's a great meditation. I'm going to link it down below. Use that meditation to get the answer from your soul, and I guarantee you, when you read that verbiage or when you hear that when you get that verbiage, you'll be able to tell that it wasn't you, because you'll just be able to tell. Just like how I was up here saying cyclical is not a word that I use every day. Like, it's just not. It's not. Like, that didn't come from me. It's channeling. There's nothing wrong with that. And actually, it's a superpower. So, yeah, go ahead and tap into your superpower. I love that. Fine. Yeah, so they want to let you know it's really up to you. It's a choice. It's a choice. And when you're feeling that conflict, a lot of times that's the last thing that we want to do. The last thing that we want to do is we don't want to run to prayer because we want to cry. We want to like, punch shit. We want to do everything but the things that's actually going to help us transmute this energy. And one thing that I started to notice is when I am talking myself through a prayer, sometimes I will start out crying and I need just a little more. But as I'm going, right, there's usually some part in my prayer where I'll be like, you know what? And I start empowering myself. I start talking to myself from my Ori. And I know that it's my Ori because my little other self was just down here like, like crying in front of the altar. So yeah, guys, definitely take advantage of your multi-dimensions. And it's going to help you bring in this Ace of Coins. Also, I see that somebody else is going to come in and maybe help you with your Ace of Coins. This doesn't have to just be relationships. This could also be, especially because we were talking about, I'm really feeling like this is a business partner. You have a business partner coming in. Make sure that you stay protected and make sure that you don't pay attention to all of these lower vibrational energies that are trying to get you distracted, because that's all it is. It's literally just a mental distraction. Do not get distracted. Don't get distracted, especially while Jupiter is in Taurus. Jupiter is expanding everything that we're thinking about. everything that's internal is coming to the external. So the more that you decide to focus on something, you might actually be surprised at how it manifests. Look, you cannot make this up. You would actually be surprised at how this manifests in the 3D. So don't be one of those people that are left saying like, I don't know how. I don't know how. And you do know how, because you're the daughter of coins. You do know how. This has triggered me a little bit. All right, so I really feel like this is kind of moving into a different message that I wanted to talk about. Let me just get the notes, notebook. All right, so guys, so I was looking at a reading that I was just led to look at the other day, right? And she said, she mentioned the name Polly, and I was like, Polly. I'm like, Polly. Like, what? So, anyways, I'm looking at the transits today because I wanted to come back and, of course, talk about Jupiter, but I also wanted to talk about Lilith, because last time when I got on live, I feel like the Lilith energy was tearing me up because, as you guys know, like, you can't read for a collective that you're not a part of. And Lilith that's just the energy that I am actively working on. I'm very young. I'm only 24. Like, full transparency, I'm only 24. So Lilith, I feel like this is the prime time for me to be working on that. In your 20s, it's giving big Lilith awakening. Like, it's giving big Lilith awakening era before your Saturn return. Yeah, so anyways, guys, so Polly is an asteroid, and Polly orbits the sun, but it orbits the sun between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Okay, so this is significant because the last time we were on live, we were talking about Jupiter, Gemini, Mars, and Lilith. So now let's talk about Polly, because first of all, I feel like it can get a little bit like, people could be like, why the fuck are you talking about all of these, little ass asteroids and da 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 da? Because it matters. Okay. So Polly, and I'm just saying, it was just put on my heart for me to share it. Matter of fact, I'm not going to keep apologizing. I'm going to just share it because I know that this is going to touch somebody. I know that it's important. Polly is not able to be seen from Earth. Not really. It's very, 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 very faint. The absolute magnitude, when I was looking it up, it said it's 13.84. Okay. 84 is the number of abundance. Come on, Jupiter. All right. I'm sorry. Okay. And then if you were to break that down, that would be 484, which breaks down to the numerology of 11. I love that. Did I do that right? 8, 16. That's a 7. How did I get 11? Oh, because I did 8 plus 4. How did I get 11? Oh, because I did 8 plus 3. And I got 1, 1, 1, 4. Okay, guys, it's still a 7. So numerology is a thing. If any one of those numbers resonate with you, 3, 4, 8, 7, 3, 4, 8, 7, 2, 11. These are numbers that it just lets you know that this message is more so for you. These are numbers that are significant. So Polly, is significant because just give me a second. I'm just sitting with this for a second. This is about triggering the heart with fire energy. And I'm looking at this Daughter of Coins, and this is why I say I got triggered. In the end, but it's okay. It's real life. Yes, this is trial by fire for the heart. So I would say just be aware. Be aware of the illusions right now, because Polly is very, 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 very faint. You cannot see it from Earth. That was the purpose of me sharing the absolute magnitude. Okay, the higher the magnitude, the less we can see it. The smaller the magnitude, the more visible it is to us on Earth, right? So already is letting us know that Polly is a energy that is felt, very much felt, like it's present, but it's hard to see. So the first thing that's coming to my head is illusions. The things that used to be small, or the things that, we used to could push under the rug, or, just not notice it for as long as possible. Now these things are big as fuck in your face. And it's not even necessarily that it's really big as fuck and in your face in real life in the 3D. It's really mental. Like a lot of it, that's why I keep using the word illusion. Mind you, this is the absolute this is from the perspective of Earth, right? Who knows what it is from the perspective of Mars or Pluto or Venus? So this is about things within us being exacerbated, basically, triggering us in love so that we are able to fully heal the heart. Fully heal the heart. This is a reckoning of the heart. Also, Lilith energy is in Capricorn right now. Shout out to all of my Lilith and Capricorn, Lilith and Scorpio girlies. I love you guys. Oh, now she got a message for me. 6 of Coins. Oh, y'all, don't be taking chances on love. It's not the time right now. It's not the time. You see how my thing just fell? Because it's not the time. It's the tower. That's actually the tower. It's not the time right now. It's more so the time for you to bet on yourself. All of those things that you've been working on and putting that work towards for you, I would put your energy there. I would put your money there. I would put your dependence there. In relationships, Lilith energy is not easy to read, guys. All right. So Lilith said time is up. Okay. And you already know that time is up. That's what she said. Time been up. So at this point, you just gambling. Are you going to get lucky? Or are you going to stay in your conflict? Because right now it's looking like you are like you gambling because you feel you're hoping and wishing and praying on the motherfucking star. You praying on Polly. Stop praying on Polly. And Polly is praying to you and saying, let go, because this is what you want, right? You want your family. You want your family. But should you have to gamble for a family? Like, should it be that hard? It shouldn't. And you know that because you're the daughter of Styx. So I'm not going to keep reading this energy. I'm not going to play with y'all. I'm not playing with y'all tonight. Like, it's giving that. It's giving that. And it's y'all are the emperor. You just have to step into your power. Let's get some advice so that we can really step into our power. They want you to make the choice. They want you to make the choice and use your magic. So whatever magic you use, whether that is speaking into your food, prayer, again, I'm always going to vouch for prayer, because if you can't do nothing else, you got a mouth. If you ain't got no candles, if you ain't got no running water for a cup of water to communicate with your ancestors, you going to always have your mouth. It might be a little dry in the morning time. You might need some spit. You might need some Carmex, but you always gonna have a mouth. As long as you have breath, you have magic. Don't play with you. Don't play with you. Yeah, guys, you just had to use your magic. You had to use your magic, and you had to trust and accept that you know what the fuck you're doing, because you do. Be patient with yourself. Continue to be patient with yourself. Matter of fact, I would speak that. If I would speak mantras like that, I have patience for myself. I have eternal patience for myself. I am a river of calmness. I flow with ease. I recommend you guys, whatever river that you live next to, or if you live next to any lakes, really rivers, but lakes or large bodies of water, definitely go and commune with those spirits. The waters are spirits, right? We know different waters have different spirits, but the waters are definitely spirits. You can go to the waters and enhance your magic, aka your words. Speak to the water. Speak to yourself in the water. We are 60% fucking water. We're 60% water. Go speak to yourself. Like if you can't get to a river, go to a mirror. If you don't have no mirrors, use your black phone screen. That's a mirror. That's a black mirror. That's a scrying mirror in a way. Use your computer screen. Okay, let me not go too deep, but it is what it is. Like it just is what it is. I feel like that is definitely going to help us. It's gonna help us. We're working on getting out of this energy of thinking that we don't deserve it. And I think that's where the gamble is coming from, because at the end of the day, we really don't think that we deserve it. But you do. And you know you do. Your soul knows that you do. Your higher self, your Ori knows that you do. And if you're still dealing with issues of why do you feel like you don't deserve it, that's okay too. So let me not act like that's not okay, because our souls choose the paths that are going to lead us in our highest good, no matter what the choice is. So even if it's not the choice that you would make next year, why did you make the choice that you made today? What part of you is still wounded? What part of you needs a hug? What part of you needs to go and swim in the lake? What part of you wants to go and build something? What part of you wants to go and color? What part of you wants to go and break something? Like, be real with yourself. What part of you wants to go and cuss people out? Because why do you want to cuss them out? Let's deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Are you really angry at them? Or are you really angry because they showed you something in yourself that you've been saying to yourself for years? A lot of times we be mad at the things that people say to us because they can be quite evil. But I'm sure if you were to keep auto captions of the things that you say to yourself in your head for just 3 hours. I was going to say 3 days, but some of us only need 3 hours on the right day. And I promise you, you're going to be like, dang, they ain't do shit. I'm my own worst nightmare to a certain extent. And you are, but guess what? You're your own brightest sun, brah. Now what? Now what, morning star? We were talking about Lilith. Lilith is the morning star. She rose as the morning star. Don't play with her. Don't play with you. Go connect with your Ori. And I promise you, this crossroads energy is gonna desolate. What does that mean? Desolate. Hold on, guys. Let me look that up. Desolate. Is that a word? I'm confident it is. One second. Desolate. All right, so I don't see desolate, but I see desolate. Oh wait, desolate. See how God work? Listen here. Let me tell you something. I used to be embarrassed to be on video and just going through my real channeling, reading, because it can be quite messy. And I know sometimes YouTube doesn't want to see the mess, like they just want to see snapshot messages, but it's not that over here, okay? We real life channeling, like real life having to look stuff up, because guess what? This is the journey for real. This is the journey for real. You hear stuff, you get stuff, you have to go and do the work. And if you don't, you stay in your archaic cyclical pattern, okay? Period. Using verbiage that I just got. All right. So to desolate, means to devoid of inhabitants and visitors. Desert. It means to desert. Deserted. A desolated, deserted town. Joyless, sorrowful, joyless, disconsolate, and sorrowful, through or as if through separated from a loved one. So this is a fucking death. Death of the ego in the age of Aquarius. This is ego death. It's ego death. And I feel like it's only right that we bring in reckoning to the heart through a fat ass death. Like it's only right. It's only right. It's only right. Oh, guys. All right. So I just want to I want to do a couple more. Let me look up this card really quickly. I got the Father of Baskets. So you guys really don't have to worry about being supported. You're definitely supported, and you're definitely supported in your journey of expressing your emotions. You don't have to worry about that. The biggest issue with that is you. Like, you are nervous about expressing your emotions, probably because of how you think that people are gonna see you, especially because of all of the energy that came out. You have a lot of people that are looking at you, so very understandably so. However, you are protected. And then also know that God would never give you something that you're not ready for. So yes, you might have a lot of eyes on you. Yes, you might have a lot of people talking crap about you, or sending you evil eye, or sending you, their projections of the things that we ain't gonna talk about it. But at the end of the day, you can transmute all of that. That's why I keep saying you don't even have to straddle that fence and play that devil's tango, because all you're doing is making more blockages for your heart. That is just more emotions and grief that you have to go through, and eventually another death that you have to process. Every time we go through these awakenings and these big issues and triggers with these people, and we have to go through shadow work and do all of that, that's death. That's a death. That's an ego death. And I'm just now becoming okay with the fact that I have experienced so many deaths at this point. I understand that it's a cycle. I understand that parts of me do have to die in order for me to truly move on. I used to have a huge problem with that. And I used to think like, well, why do I have to die? Why does she have to die? Like, it used to make me emotional. Like, I don't want to die. It was because I felt like with saying that person me had to die, I felt like the good and the bad, everything had to go. And it was almost like a disowning. That's kind of what it felt like, a separation and a disowning. But the truth is not a disowning, because I still own every single part of myself in this present today, and will in the future. And I'm doing it today. So you feel me? Like, the present and the future are parallel. It was just the present 2 seconds ago. Now I'm in the future, but technically I'm still in the present. Like, you feel me? So I lost it. Anyways, you guys have good fortune. You have good fortune in this. You have good fortune. So you don't have to worry about anything. All of the odds are in your favor, okay? All of them. All of them. You are highly supported by so many guides, the elders, the loved ones, the masters, the teachers. What? They want to see you get this justice for the heart. This is the reckoning of the heart. It's just a trial by fire, baby. You got to go through it. You can't go around it. You can't go under it. You can't go over it. You have to go through it. But you know what? The next time you are here at another dark night of the soul, and it might look different. The night might be a different color. The moon might be a different color in a different phase, right? The next time you go to this same door and it's just got a different wrapping on it, you're going to be like, I've seen this before. I know how to do this. And you're going to whip out your magic. You're going to whip out your magic that you've been studying, that you've been preparing for, that you already know how to do. And you're going to motherfucking do it. And it's not even going to be a challenge. You're not going to have to feel like you're playing devil's tango with no kind of energy. You're not even exerting as much energy into the situation because you're too busy transmuting it and turning it into your next blessing. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Like, you cannot make this up. This is the end. You cannot make this up. This is the end of your mental struggles. But it's still a choice. That's why this is the tribe of fire. You have to walk through it. You have to walk through it. And you're not alone. You're not alone. Your guides are holding your hand. Check back to this page. I'm holding your hand. I'm going through it too. Guys, just to be completely honest, I'm going through some stuff with my phone. Like, so I'm off the webcam. Like, I can't even, edit my videos and stuff. But guess what? Abundance looks differently. So I don't need all of the fancy tools, and I don't need all of the, I don't need that to feel abundant. These messages are abundant. Did y'all not hear? Did y'all not hear the messages? Like, did you not hear the messages? Spirit went off tonight. This is on fire. Like, this is on fire. And they just want you to make the choice. They want you to know that okay, a lot of us are moving into different positions in our career, right? Whether that be a change in our jobs that we have now, spirit is petty, or whether that is entrepreneurship, right? They want us to know that this hard work is necessary. 2 came out twice, the 2 of baskets, because they like, we know that this is not the easiest thing, but it's necessary. And then I rolled a 2, which is a 4. You're supported in this transition. Through all of the 5 struggles, you're supported. You're supported. You're more than supported. I love you guys so much. The messages are starting to repeat, which is just letting me know that is pretty much done. I want to share one more thing. On the last live, I talked about how I had kind of got into it with the blackbirds. And the red-winged blackbirds, they stole my food at the park, but I didn't know what kind of birds they were. It was a very strategic jumping, or food jacking for me. It was very strategic. They were coming one at a time, sitting in a tree, and all talking to each other, and the only one that didn't understand what was going on was me. It was very strategic, and I'm just really being led to let you know that the universe moves in a way that is very strategic. Okay? The universe moves in a way that is very strategic. Everything is happening for you in your best interest. Even if it doesn't look like that, The choices that you make, there are no such things as mistakes. You don't make mistakes. You really, I mean, for the most part, we don't make mistakes for real. Like, we learn lessons. We might make a mistake for real, and then we learn a lesson. But then sometimes it's like we keep messing up. That's that cyclical, that archaic cycle that we were talking about. You have to forgive yourself. Really sit and forgive yourself for what is calling you back. I forgive myself for not setting the boundaries that I should have, and for letting people think that they can do more, that I'm going to take more than I am right now. I may have taken that in the past, but today is a new day. And I'm not taking it today. I forgive myself for letting this person think that I was just going to keep taking it over and over again, and it was never going to be an end. Because today is the end. I forgive myself for telling this person that I'm never going to leave them, because today is the motherfucking day that I'm going to leave them. And justifiably so. Some of us need it. Somebody needs to hear that. I needed to hear that a couple years ago. Your words have power. Everything is happening for you. Nothing is happening to you, because you choose, right? You choose. It's a choice. Take back your power and choose something different, something more beneficial for you today. What can I do today? Yeah, I might feel like shit right now. I'm going to feel better when I cry and when I go bake these cookies. And then I'm going to sit in the bath and I'm going to roll up. Period. I went to the park the other day and I taught myself how to grill. I haven't grilled since my granny was alive and I was a kid. What's going to make you happy? This is about fulfillment of the heart, right? This is also justice energy for you. The biggest way that you can bring in justice to yourself is by fulfilling yourself. What do you want to do? What do you like? What do you feel like doing today? What do you want to eat? Sometimes I would find myself falling into a depression just because I was forcing myself to eat things that I felt like I was supposed to eat, and I was never asking myself, what did I want to eat? So my inner child was getting mad, like, bitch, fuck you. I don't even want to eat. I don't want to eat. I want to sleep, because I wasn't listening to her. Pay attention to the little things that your body is telling you. That stubbornness, the anger, the grief, that shadow work, all of that is happening for a reason. When you are seeing these birds from the underworld, the ravens, the crows, the vultures, the blackbirds, the gracklins, these birds are coming to tell you, hey, guess where you at? Hey, and they're not telling you to make a home. They're not telling you to make a home there, but they're telling you to look around you and be aware. Know where you at, right? When Alice was in Wonderland, when she first went there as a kid, she was calling it Wonderland because she thought it was just this magical place. And then notice when she got to the end, I forgot who told her, to had her or somebody. They was like, yeah, we was confused on why the fuck was you calling it Wonderland, bitch? This is fucking Underland, bitch. We need help. We need help. We need saving. We're in trouble. This is Underland. It's the underworld, not Wonderland. So it's not to scare you, but it's just to let you know that you have the power. Like when you are in the underworld, when you are doing your shadow work, look around you and find the beauties about the things that you find the most disgusting about you. What's beautiful about that? Maybe sometimes you can't find nothing else but the motherfucking resilience. And that's not enough. Why is that not enough for you? The fact that you had the courage to wake up today and you're eating and you moving around, you could have stayed in the bed all day and cried. I remember when it was days where I literally felt like I should be crying or like I have so many things to cry for, but I literally physically could not cry for years. All right, guys. I'm just running my mouth. I just really wanted to get that out because I feel like a lot of times, we're doing our shadow work and we're like, get me out of here. I'm ready to get out. But then we start making homes because we get comfortable and we like, okay, bitch, I'm never getting out. Fuck this shit. It's either that or we just try to rush out and we don't spend enough time being grateful for how we got here. How we got here and the resilience and the grit to go through it. That's it, guys. I love you guys. So much. I just thank you guys for accepting me for who I am. I know it's kind of been a long time no see, but like I said, we just been having some technical difficulties over here with my phone. That should be back up sooner than later. I'm hoping within the next 2 weeks. All right. So, but until then, I will be going live every now and then and just doing some checkups. I hope that you guys got a lot out of this message. I'm just going to do one more roll of one, period. Because guess what? This is new beginnings for all of us. New beginnings. So just be grateful. Stay hopeful. Stay grateful. Stay gracious to yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Because God already forgave you. If you woke up today and you breathing and you watching this and you clicking and you scrolling and you blinking and you got to pick the eyelashes out of your eye, God already forgave you. Because if he was that mad at you, he would not have given you another chance. That's why I wake up every morning. I say, thank you, Olodumare, for giving me another chance, another opportunity, another day, another morning to make a choice. Okay? God already forgave you. Work on forgiving yourself. What do you need so that you can forgive yourself, so that you can heal your own heart? This is Reckoning of the Heart, Trial by Fire. I love you guys so much. Stay tuned for lots of updates in the Botanica. Also, if you are interested in fresh herbs, I am going to be around the city delivering. But seriously, guys, if you're interested in fresh herbs, reach out to me on any of the social media platforms. You can reach out here on the comments or here in the comments on YouTube, or feel free to reach out on Instagram right now. TikTok is a little bit just because of the phone situation, but Instagram, most definitely, I will be able to respond to you. Also, email. I always look at my email. Also, on our website, there is a chat box, and I'm able to get those little pop-ups all throughout the day. I just get notifications about whatever is going on the website. So feel free to leave me some a private DM. It is private. Only I get to see that. So feel free to leave me a private DM or a private message on the website if you have any questions, any comments, any concerns about any of the products, or you would like to find out how can you meet us at one of our pop-up local events coming up soon. Also, guys, before I leave, I do want to mention that there is a super special thing coming up. The Communal Reiki Initiative, set up and sponsored by Be Legend Botanica. I'm super excited about this, especially because only within the last few years have I been introduced to Reiki Healing, but the amount of transformation that I have received and just the healing, the clarity, and the advancement of my own personal abilities, gifts, and powers that I've received from Reiki is just astronomical. Like, I have I have no English words to describe how transformational Reiki has been for me, how powerful it's been, and how healing has been. I literally feel like I've been able to take years, like years worth of leaps within months. When I go back in my journals and I just look at my writings and I'm looking at my designs and I'm of course internally knowing my own process with Reiki and being scared of Reiki. When I first got certified as a Reiki practitioner, I was a little bit terrified. Not even a little bit, I was very terrified, and I was actually verbalizing this to other people that I would not do Reiki every day, and I wouldn't really recommend it because it can be a lot. And like, that's not necessary. I'm so glad that everything happens for a reason, right? And I had to transcend out of that. And I had to see that healing is not always just like squeaky clean, cute. Like, no, it's not that. Like, if there's a blockage, you're going to feel that. Like, what? Just like if you have an infection anywhere in your body, you're going to feel that. If you have a bruise, that's why sometimes we wake up, we be like, ow, dang, what is that? You look at your leg, you got a bruise, and you like, dang, how did that get there? Well, you didn't know it was there until you felt it, right? But the bruise is there because it's healing. That's the discoloration, it's the blood working together, it's you guys know how this goes. So Reiki is a tremendous vessel of healing that I am absolutely always going to vouch for, just because it's been so transformative for me in my life. And every first and third Sunday, as of now, these are the days. As of now, I think that this is great. I'm actually also going to be doing a free Reiki clinic with my Reiki teacher. So if these days do have to change, just bear with me, especially because the phone situation. But yes, as of now, every first and third Sunday starting June 18th, I'm going to be at the park by Sacred Waters conducting free 15-minute Reiki sessions. And I encourage anybody who is in the Metro Detroit area to come on out, reach out and let me know if you want to participate. Like I said, it's absolutely free. You'll get a little debrief as to what Reiki is. You'll get your 15-minute Reiki. If anything comes up during this session, you'll get the opportunity to hear some of the messages that may have popped up. And then you can optionally take a walk on one of the trails because it's just a really nice park. So yeah, guys, I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited to bring the knowledge of Reiki into the community. It's something that I really feel like Black people, we don't talk about Reiki like that, but I think it's because we don't know about it. And a lot of times, when we do kind of hear about it, it can be a little iffy because we already have these things about laying hands, and that's religious, and Reiki is not. So Reiki is not discriminatory depending on your religion, though. So you don't have to be a specific religion to receive Reiki. I also don't believe that it goes against any religions. It's not rooted in any religion. It's rooted in our organ systems, the body system. So medical history and research and science. But if you personally feel like it conflicts with your personal religion, I would never tell you to go against your order, because at this point in our journeys, like, we all know, like, at this point, if you're here, like, I'm not even talking to you. But so yeah, guys, I'm just gonna hop off. I love you guys to infinity and beyond. Stay legendary. Again, feel free to hit me up with any questions, comments, and concerns about anything, especially the Reiki initiative. I'm super excited about that. And yeah, I can't wait to share my heart and my soul and my Reiki with you guys. And see you later for another message. Peace.